When you work in this function as long as I have, you get to a breaking point where you're tired of working in this function, but you have to realize every job is going to have this function. But when someone threatens your life and you present it, you may be at a breaking point, which will make you have to make a decision. But I think it's best to, take a day off. Because when you try to make amends and, offer a better ultimatum, the company's already made the decision. But in Chicago, it's very unfortunate that you have to work in this function to make a buck. So, for the city, people in charge, who's running the show, if you ever wonder why people sell drugs, this is why. Because they don't want to work for the man, while you have to deal with racism, deal with, attitudes, people who very entitled as Americans. Mostly, even though some of them don't even have American citizenship or wasn't born in America, but you have to deal with so much dynamics just to make a buck living in the city where the cost of living is so expensive. The same cost of the same money that you'll pay in, let's say, somewhere in Japan or Asia. You'll be living like a king. You'll be wealthy. You'll be rich. You'll be living in a penthouse. Post-pandemic, it's become so hard. Now, not just to find work, but to work with people with mental issues. Whether you took the shot, whether you had a shot last night, whether you're facing family issues, whether you got a chip on your shoulder, certain stuff you don't supposed to bring at work. And, a lot of times you don't like a person's face, you don't, like the facial expressions. They haven't done anything to you, but you want to take stuff out on them. And, the boys telling you don't like a person's personality, and it creates a very, very hostile environment. And I'm saying a lot of things at once because, there should be a better way to move in America to make money. And Chicago is one of the largest cities, one of the largest thriving cities in America. You would think there'll be a better ecosystem when it comes to working, comes to employment. Work days, facing the lawsuit because they discriminate against people, race, people of color, and people 40 and above. It's been hard finding a solid full-time job. I was in what was supposed to be a tech training program, but it turned to leadership and a little bit of tech, but the environment is so hostile. It finally meant, that it's designed that way. So many words. I can't take more of the threats. I'm a man that's half of 50. I can't take the threats. A lot of young boys, haven't gotten to the point where I'm at in life. And it's unfortunate that, you gotta become war ready just to get a fucking job. Chicago, you need to do better. And also remove your job application platforms, remove Workday from them so people can actually get a job. You should be happy people still even want to work for you and not do it on their own or go out here and commit crime. I don't want to commit crime. I want to do my time the right way, just through employment. But I think it's best for me, to go ahead and get this digital hustle on. Get on YouTube, learn more about streaming, get to that. Find some kind of job. Hopefully I can get back in the union or something, learn some tech on my own, because this is sickening. I can't keep having meetings and leaving with a headache, watching my back. That's not a good way to live. We got to do better, Chicago. And if you're facing the same thing in your city and state, you should speak up. Peace.